The Team Infinity podcast. We have a full crew again this week, and so super excited about that. And it's even more exciting because this is the year-end review recap episode. We've reached the end of the calendar year, and so it's always fun to just kind of reminisce on all the fun times of the year. And so we're just gonna go over a lot of the highlights all of us have had from the game, whether it be fun moments, wins, just top, just kind of top memories, whatever that means. It's a little bit different for everybody. That just means different things. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of go through all of the above and just kind of, again, go back from some of the top key moments of the year and think about, what that, changed or, kind of some of the fun memories of that and whatnot. So with that said, I mean, I think the best way to kick this off is to, no, I'm going to remember is to segue to our sponsor.
Wow.
I remembered.
Wow. And we did it right before the end of the year.
You can't lead off. You got to give them like 5 minutes and then go sponsor.
Oh, yeah, we'll do 5 minutes. We'll do ads in 7:19 p.m.
No, because see, I mean, like these are like the fun ads, right? These aren't like the mid-roll, like boring ads. This is just a fun little ad read. And so shout out Mattified custom premium playmats. There's a link in the description if you want, any custom foil playmats. He has a great store. He's at a bunch of the big events. If you purchase through the link, we get a little bit of a kickback and it helps the team. And the same for our TCG player affiliate link. Where you have affiliate link or anything purchased through that link, we get a small percentage of the sales back to help support the team and the podcast as well there. So if anybody's interested in any of those, all the links are below. And then Mo's Mattified, wow. Mo's Metafy guide for green purple for this set is there as well. And it's one of the best guides I've ever read. So if you're wanting to play green purple or you're coming up, for your upcoming set champs or for Richmond, I would highly recommend because it's insane. But
oh, yes. I'm blushing.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. Jeez. It's the truth. And it's the truth because, not to put a little, sprinkle on what might be to come in this episode, but there are probably a few Mo events that will, I would imagine, pop up. So that make that
Mo events.
There's things that we're going to talk about that he was heavily involved in, I would say, that were highlights of the year.
Mo did stuff this year?
I thought so. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, and it was 2024.
I remember Hayden won an 8K, right?
Hayden had a massive year too. Looking back,
just Hayden.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything, so maybe it was just Hayden.
That's what I'm thinking.
Go Hayden.
Yeah, let's go Hayden.
Best of the year.
He predicted yellow purple winning CCS. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay, so I have to say I have three big ones that are in my mind. And so the first one, I'm gonna take the first one because it's like the inception. So I don't remember specifically like when the team was like formed.
You're just gonna make something up, aren't you?
No, I'm not gonna make something. I'm gonna talk about kind of the history of like how it came to be because it all happened this year. So Mo and I were going to Continentals at the beginning of the year, and Cody qualified for Continentals through his pod at Continentals. And I feel like that was like the emergence of us like saying, hey, like we need to take this year more seriously because if we did it this year, we want to be able to do it again. And so I think it was like late February, early March of when it like became official. And so that's just like my first one of the year, just because it was fun. And I think this, this ride that we've been on, I think we've all become really super close friends through this. And it's just been a lot of fun getting to know everybody and getting closer as a group because, that's, I think, what's so special about us being able to do this is that we are all so close together and we all get to hang out a bunch. And so the team, and all of that, kind of the inception was definitely my first one of the year because that's been the most rewarding thing through the game. It was a little bit of a slow lull throughout the middle of the year from a competitive perspective for most of us, but obviously just us being together and kind of forming this team and friendship and everything's been great. So that's my first one, and I'll shut up now and take the floor if anybody wants to comment on that or move on to something else.
Well, it was a heck of a year. Like it actually started like legit a little bit over a year ago, like meeting at your house to practice for Continentals. We got Cody and Devin to come in through there, start working and prepping for Worlds. I knew Matt from many, many years ago, and end up in the same circles, and he came in and started helping, and Hayden joined as well, and we're just like major points in just the success I was able to find this year. And it's been a heck of a ride, hasn't it? It's honestly.
You're just jumping straight into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a cool journey just thinking about, how all of us kind of, weren't all in the same, group initially, but all ended up here together. So
yeah, I just because we're going down memory lane, I was thinking actually earlier, I was like, man, I didn't know Hayden until after like CCS. That's like the first time me and Hayden like really ever hanged out like fully, and like it was obviously been great from there. And then I hated Matt. Matt beat me one time with Green Steel back in like set 2 or something. Had a store champ for set 3, and I hated him. Zach, I feel like I don't know, what's some of our envious moments.
I
remember I knocked you out of the top 8.
The very first that was our very first
store champ. The very first one ran in our area. We made it the top 8, and I was facing Zach, and I knocked him out to get the promo.
Yeah, but that was 2024. We're talking.
I know. I'm just going down memory lane. It is a fun little circle of like how we all came around.
Yeah, it is crazy too, because I was always. I mean, my like assumption, which I guess is is very much like pre 2025, but the relevancy of 2025 is we are all so good friends now. If I remember just being intimidated by everybody. Like I remember like it was yesterday, the first time I beat Cody and the first time I played Matt. And I feel like the first time we played was that set champs like 3 weeks ago or like last set, whenever that Blurplemere was the first time we've ever played. But
probably in a tournament.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to, have everybody get together and just have this cool, little bond that we have now. But anyways, any other, I guess, big event that sticks out for anybody, that they want to jump on real quick?
Or do you want to do Matt?
Yeah,
I was going to say the Bologna trip that Zach Hayden.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that was like the highlight of the year, I think. I mean, we did terribly, but it was really fun.
You basically said exactly the way that I was going to bring it up, because that was obviously one of mine too. But I mean, I think that's a perfect segue, because again, if we think about like the theme of everything I just said and like the friendships and everything, I mean, obviously was, pretty close to you guys, but I feel like you guys are my homies now, like in a much different level after that trip. Again, like we all did awful, like genuinely terrible in that tournament. But I don't think I would have traded it for the world. I mean, we just had so much fun the 2 days before, walking around and hanging out, and then getting to play and everything. So yeah, I mean, that was clutch for sure.
And I really hope we get to go to somewhere out of the country again this year.
Yeah, we do need to go.
On my bucket list for 2026.
Hayden, you're part of this one, so you got to speak up a little bit.
Oh, I mean, Bologna was awesome. Definitely the highlight of the year. Just like you said, get into like, I mean, we had met a couple times before, but only in like at tournaments and stuff like that, and like in testing at someone's house, like maybe a couple times. And so it was really good, like actually getting to hang out with you outside of the game and like getting to meet you and your wife, and they get to hang out with everybody as like on a friend level, like separate from the game, because I feel like I'm like so consumed with the game all the time, and it's hard for me to like get away from that. So
Yep.
That was fun.
Okay, Cody, you're up. Whatever.
What was I gonna say?
I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, I absolutely. I wouldn't say this is like my favorite moment, but I'll just be the one to say it. Going to CCS and coming back all losers in COVID was great. The only winner was Zach, and he flew home.
Yeah,
what a
but
scam.
I still got sick, so I mean that does like I guess it does help a little bit that I didn't have as long of a travel back, but I was still sick.
I guess I was the real winner. I got stuck in the airport and had to head home.
That's true.
Yeah, he was the winner.
I really enjoyed CCS because like it was I guess what I said before that was wrong, because me and you did get to hang out at CCS, but
Oh yeah, I guess that was right before, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was only a few days, and we were
before the
really
sickness,
focused on
before
Yeah,
we went down with the sickness.
And I came in really late on Friday that day, if I remember.
Yeah.
Or not really late, but like I came in on Friday, and you guys were all drove again before that together. But yeah, there wasn't a ton of that.
Yeah, that was like my first event with like with the team as a member of the team.
Yeah.
So that was like really cool for me. I'll definitely remember that. And it was, even though I got everyone sick, and that was kind of sad. It was definitely like a weekend I probably won't forget.
Oh, I'll
Like,
never forget. Yeah, I'll never
too.
forget that either. How many people's first CCS was that? That was my first CCS. I know Mo had been before.
Mine.
And then I'm pretty sure it was Daniel's too. So I think that was everybody but Mo's first time there as well. And so that was definitely like not one I was going to like super call out as one of the big memories, but I feel like CCS is one of the pillars of Lorcana at this point. It's just been so consistently there from the very beginning before the the official circuit was even around for big tournaments, big crowds, always having the top competitors there. Before this last CCS, Bivens tweeted out a photo of like the top cut of the very first CCS tournament, and like you looking through it, and it was like him and Zan and Ed and just like all of the top names that you would expect to see in one of these tournaments. And so yeah, just being able to go to our first CCS together was really cool.
Yeah.
Was that was yours, Cody, right? That's what you brought up, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll go to my next one then. And it's funny that Hayden just said this too, because it's got, again, kind of a perfect segue. But honestly, Hayden joining the team was one of my next bigger ones, because when we started this thing, we were like, oh, this is kind of solidified. Like, we don't really need to expand. We don't really need anybody else. This is all just about the friendships and whatever, and we're all kind of here. And then when we started testing for Worlds with Mo, Hayden was probably the most involved person out of anybody, and I was like, dude, I take everything I thought about this back.
Brought the most addicted card gamer ever into the scene to fix everything,
which is exactly what happened. And then I remember, I don't remember when I asked you this, Mo. You might remember. You probably don't, because there was so much going on this time. But it had to have been like 3 days in to testing, and I was like, why is Hayden not on the team? Like, can we just make this official already?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that probably should be a thing. Let's just get through this World's whole ordeal, and then we'll talk about it.
Like,
and
we'll
then
see how well the testing went. We'll see if Hayden actually contributed.
we'll see if it actually paid off or not. But I mean, again, going back to like Bologna and CCS and everything we just talked about, I mean, it was, just the friendships behind everything too is just so much more important than the card game stuff. But the card game stuff too, like, he definitely pushes everybody to get better. Like, he's always saying, I'm testing, come play. And that drive just definitely keeps, me specifically at least motivated to keep going and keep getting better. And I've, learned very much throughout the year that I feel like my mantra for this year is like, Lorcana is a team sport. There's only so, I mean, you have to like be, just like a beautiful mind type to be able to do all this by yourself, because there's just so many permutations and combinations of cards and matchups and minor tweaks to your decks and mulligans and everything, that if you're trying to do all that by yourself, then you have to be a savant, because there's just so much work that goes into it, and having a lot of people around you that you respect just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and to that point, I will say it's one of the more underrated things and like a skills that I think I've developed. I don't know if you call it a skill, but like over time, I've learned that I need to be able to trust other people and like not just rely on my own opinion. And like, if I have an idea and I work on it and like I don't think it gets there fully, I'm able to just be like, okay, Matthew, I'm playing what you're playing. Let me play your 60 cards. I trust you. You know what I mean? Like, and I trust how good of a card player Matthew is, that like, no matter what, I can just fall back and play whatever he's playing, and trust that he's done the work and made the deck good. And that's like extremely valuable. Like,
yeah, I agree.
It's been absolutely fantastic. Like, just have, we really hit a groove as far as like figuring things out as a team and finding our own individual places. And like, even when some of us are a little bit wackier with our deck construction and ideas, it's nice being held in check sometimes and just getting like absolutely rolled by y'all and learning it's this probably ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
I did love our crash out session the day before CCS, where we all brought Blurple. We tested no Blurple all day, played everything underneath the sun. You're like, Okay, it's like midnight. We'll play purple.
Yeah.
If I was a younger man, I would have been like having a few drinks that night and having a great time during that crash out session. It would have been fantastic. Can't do it anymore that way, but
I mean, the like the opposite effect to what you're saying though, Mo, is too though, is I think like having a group and having people do wacky stuff. I mean, like Hayden talked about on the last podcast episode where he was talking about the Ruby Steel stuff. I mean, again, for me specifically, just being like stuck in a meta rut and just like changing my perspective, 180 degrees on, oh, you have to be playing the best deck. If you're not playing the best deck, you're throwing because it's the best deck for a reason. And it's, it's consistency and blah, 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 and all that stuff, which I think I've said a couple of times over the last couple episodes. But now, like understanding the room and understanding that there are unexplored things and seeing all the ways that we have been right about different meta changes has just made it, again, like the atmosphere of, different ideas and the melting pot of stuff and doing those wacky things, I think honestly makes us way, way better than we would be otherwise, because we'd all just be meta monkeys then, and that's not fun.
exactly.
Meta monkey.
Yeah, just somebody that looks at last week's winning list and then they run that.
But I will say sometimes that's the right thing to do. Like, some okay. Like both things are right. Like
true.
Sometimes
that's
you
fair.
are just supposed to play the best deck. Like
A
Bucky
monkey strikes
format.
12 twice a day, right?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Like Bucky. Like sometimes the best deck is the best deck for a reason, and it does have the best tools and the most power, and you should just play that. But
that is actually a good point, because depending on how wide the meta is, if the meta is very wide, like I think it kind of is right now, meaning there's not just like one or two decks that like head and shoulders above the rest, then that's when it's like, okay, let's explore time. But if there is a deck that basically is 50% of the field or whatever, and wins 80% of the tournaments that it's in, like, yeah, then at that point you probably should just like fall in line and play the best deck and get like really, really good at the mirrors. But yeah, so that is a good point to consider, like the environment that you're making those decisions in. Okay, next one. Anybody else got a good one?
I mean, I guess I can do some of mine if you want, since we're talking about me joining the team.
Yeah, go for it.
From a narrative perspective, it was kind of like a roller coaster year for me, because it was kind of like big tournament to big tournament to big tournament. And so I started the year, I was not playing. I had been taking a break since the Seattle DLC, trying to like refocus. And during that like 4 months period of time while I wasn't playing, Matthew joined the team with you guys, right? So I started playing again, and then Matthew was on the team with all y'all, and I felt left out, and you guys know how much I want to play, and I like sharing my ideas, I like talking about the game. So like, obviously I want to be on a team with like-minded people. So I hadn't played a game of Paper, and I started, our other friend Douglas started playing Lurkana with us. And so Matthew and James and Zane all were going to Florida for that SSG Merlin 10K. And I love competing, so as soon as I heard there was an event to go to, something for me to like practice for, like a reason to practice, I was like immediately in. I told Matthew, I said, hey, I want to go with you guys. Like, I'll start practicing. And he said, yeah, sure. I had been practicing probably that, week before or whatever. So we planned the trip. I had never played with Shark. I had never played with Sail. I had never played with any of these new cards, like none of them. So it was like information overload for me. But obviously I read Shark and I'm like, I want to play with this big Shark. I love sharks.
Yes,
And the card is obviously insane. So I saw Matthew play that, and I recognized that deck was good. So I was trying to learn Matthew's version, and I was having a lot of trouble, kind of like I have trouble playing Mo's Emerald Amethyst decks.
Isn't that all of us?
Yeah, and so like the last few days, I decided I'm just going to play a different version, one that I can wrap my head around. Our friend Douglas got us some ideas to play the big 7-cost Ursula. And so I ended up playing a red-purple deck that was like pretty non-standard. I played like the 1-cost Cogsworth. I played the 4-cost Moanas and the Shift Ursula package. And I ended up getting top 8 at that Merlin 10K.
Yep.
And so that was like my first big Lurkana tournament that I did well at, and so it was really good for me to do it and do it with a deck that I had put together mainly by myself. Like, I mean, it was Matthew's deck that I had changed to fit my playstyle, but it was my playstyle, and I knew that, so it built my confidence. And then after that, we went into the world's testing with Mo, and that was a crazy like 3.5, 4 weeks where every day it was just how do we do the craziest thing possible and
Yep.
figuring that out, and then meanwhile testing the standard nonsense that we had. But I would say after that 10K, it really lit a fire under me. Like, I smelled blood in the water. I kept saying that to people, like, and I knew that I was like getting better at the game, and
Oh,
it was a
geez.
good time for me.
I just stepped away
What'd
for
you
a second. I heard, were you talking about Hayden's murder? What happened?
Well,
No,
most-
just about
most
Hayden.
people-
Did he kill someone at
No,
CCS? What happened?
Hayden's getting the taste of victory at
yeah,
the South Florida store that shall not be named.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, here, I'm just kind of joking about
It's
that
called
part.
Voldemort?
yeah.
Yeah, it is Voldemort to the community now, I think.
Well, it was
Or-
cool
I
for
think it's
me
fine.
because I remember like a year before, almost exactly, we were in Atlanta, and that was like the first big Lurkana tournament for the first DLC. All of us from our locals were staying in the same Airbnb, you know, Philip and Lexi and all of the people who go to the Fort Smith stores. And the night before, I told them all, I was like, yeah, guys, like, I'm not playing tomorrow. Like, I've decided I'm not going to play. And they're like, what do you mean you're not going to play? And I was like, yeah, guys, I would like to, but like, I don't enter events that I don't enter tournaments I don't think I can win, and I don't think I can win. Like, I know I'm not winning enough. I don't know enough about my deck. I don't know enough about the format. Like, I'll just have a good time at the anime convention, and I'll hang out and I'll support everyone, but I'm not playing. I'm not going to show up
You're
just
so
to lose.
dramatic.
I know, right? And that's how everyone looked at me. Everyone said, like,
I rolled my eyes as soon as you said that.
And everyone, there was 15 people in the room looking at me right there, right? But I was serious. Like, that's, I honestly, I'm not entering these tournaments expecting to lose. Like, I'm entering them expecting to win, and I'm preparing to win. I'm not preparing to lose. So it was good. And I told them that. I was like, I know I might not be good right now, but trust me, eventually I'm going to get good at this game. I will be good eventually. And they all look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I remember seeing their look of their eyes, and it fueled me. Like, it fueled me, right? So I practice. And then, you know, a year goes by, and then I top that event. And so that was like really good for me to finally like have one accomplishment, you know, like something to hang my hat on.
But that was just the beginning.
No.
That was
Just
just the
the
beginning.
beginning.
I mean, we weren't kidding when we said Hayden probably. I mean, obviously, most stuff we'll get to, and
I'll take
but
second.
Hayden definitely had the second best year between that one and then the Invitational.
Oh yeah.
And then
Another-
Oh, wait. Whoa.
what?
I had a pretty good year.
We missed the Christmas deck.
I mean, I was
It's
waiting.
Christmas.
I was waiting for Cody to bring that
And
up too. But
I was 23rd at Invitational.
You know?
22nd, I thought. Was it 23rd?
Yep, because I
yeah, same pod.
won
Really?
pod 23 and placed 23.
I feel bad for number 22nd because whenever I brag about you, I always say you're 22nd. So I've been just totally like hosing somebody.
That's okay.
Well, do you want to do your Christmas deck, Cody, or do you want me to continue?
No, you gotta
to the-
continue.
It's Christmas.
Okay. So yeah, after that, and then I got my invite to the Invitational that would be later in the year. And the unfortunate part was Matthew didn't get his invite. No one else on the team had an invitation, so I was gonna have to go alone. And that would be the first time I'd ever have to like travel across the country by myself in a plane and like do everything by myself. And that was nervous. I mean, that was
That's
stressful. I mean,
intimidating.
yeah, it is. And that was good for me to like do that and get it out of the way. It really stressed me out and probably affected my preparation for like the little 2 weeks leading up to it. And it was also Infinity format. And I knew I didn't have as much like reps with like all of these cards as most of these people. And I knew it was going to be a room full of like great players because everyone was going to have like top 8s. And then I ended up taking the aggro Amber Steel deck to that event and getting top 4, ending up having to drop because of having foreign cards in my deck. and then having to borrow English cards for the whole tournament, and then that person wanted to leave because it was late, and so I had to drop.
Drama.
Yeah, what a ride.
Hey, in hindsight, though, good thing that $1,000 I was playing for didn't actually matter, right?
Oh, God.
Except for Ezekiel got paid. I'm pretty sure I've talked to him on Twitter. He said he had to like go back to the store and they paid him. Apparently,
That's
Maybe they're back
crazy.
open. Have we checked?
No, they're
That was
100%
Someone check the LinkedIn.
not.
No.
yeah. That was I remember being in my hotel room by myself, being like, "Let's go!" Like hyped. Like I was like shaking.
Yeah.
I was so hyped because like I went all by myself. I was in a room with like a bunch of people I didn't really know, and with playing great players every single round. Started on the back foot, losing round 1, and never gave up, and beat Zan, one of the players I respect the most as a card player, in top 8. So that was like a huge.
Yeah, that was a
experience for me also.
very hot tournament. So that placement is very cool.
How many like runs have we had where somebody loses the first round or two and then like goes on a rip? If that I forgot that
I do
happened
it all
to
the
you.
time.
I was gonna say, and then Cody did it at Sharp.
And Cody did it at the CCS too.
Yeah,
I was
16,
1-2 at CCS, and then I placed 30th or 29th or something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I had a tournament that started off a little rocky. It works out.
yeah. Like, I mean, the biggest one of the year. I completely forgot about it. Oh man. Okay, Cody. Christmas time.
I mean, I feel like I've talked so much about
It's
Christmas.
Christmas.
But,
I know you don't have to like go in depth. I mean, again, we're
but
just
yeah,
like
the Christmas win.
hitting the highlights.
What a
of
great
the year.
meme. Did I learn anything? Not really. Prince John's really good. Diablo's really good. Wearing Santa hats and your opponents never knowing what you're playing was a flex. I won't lie. I remember asking someone, because I was kind of known locally for either playing the Lemon Lime Discard or Blurple, and I was like talking to him before the game. I was like, "Do you have any idea what I'm playing?" Because it was like round 4 or 3. He's like, "No idea. I'm just sitting there shuffling, Santa hat on."
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny because I remember like getting out of my car and like Mo, you and Cody and Mandy like getting out of y'all's car wearing Christmas hats.
Yeah.
And I think it was you, Mo, who you said something to me. It was like a joke or a pun on like the Christmas thing and like what y'all were playing. And in my brain, I remember looking at you and not understanding what you were talking about and just like laughing. And I think I was like so tired from work the night before. And then I remember like us walking across the street and me like realizing what you meant. Feeling so stupid.
Well, I had been talking about it for like a week, and it's so funny. I was talking, I think it was Matt, like the night or two before, and talking about what to play, and I'm like, just gonna, like, I think we should all play Christmas, and he's like, I do too. And then it was just like me and Cody that played Christmas, but it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I feel like that was, I guess, the one big thing I'll say from that. I feel like that was the start of us as a team being really good at innovation, because that definitely was out of pocket. Should not have been anyone on the radar, and I can't even take too much credit for it. I play tested it one time against Kiwi the night before, lost 0-2, and then was like, all right, let's sleep it up.
But again, that's like that goes back to the conversation of like the importance of the team too, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously being able to pilot it is important, but yeah, there's so many facets to it that you just took it across the finish line.
Yeah, so I think that was it was awesome to see like a creation that we had make it that far, and it went all the way. I mean,
and notably,
it again.
The same list won a 2K as well, and during that time,
multiple
Christmas was
champs,
totally under the radar.
Yeah.
And that's like the best thing, right? When you feel like you can like affect the meta and affect what other people are playing and like giving other people wins for your ideas, like that's like the peak, right?
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. And then we did it again, right? So later for this last tournament, the Sharp 10K, that was like probably the one other than Worlds.
Most on blue still.
Yeah, where we all like kind of worked together from the beginning of the format, right? As soon as the cards were released, we had that full time period to like prepare and work as a team to like figure out what we wanted to play. And that was like the best tournament as a team we did all year. We made a lot of money on that Saturday. And we took half the top 8 spots and took first place. So
That tournament was super important for me because I did something different, but I had like the best of the best to test my different against, and it was just like a perfect storm to like for us to do really well at that event.
Yeah, it's like you were playing a good deck for week 2, but you already had it at week 1.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. But go
real quick, I just want to shout out Phil and Lexi, Sharp Gaming. Like they're not here with us tonight, but members of the team, and they had a great year too. Looking back at it and all the cool events they put on, and really just bringing a lot of love to the area. So it's just nice to see the work they put into it. I'll always support when I can.
Yeah, stores. I said at the beginning, there was kind of a lull in the middle of the year for competitive Lorcana, and stores like CCS and Ink and Sharp and Midwest here, definitely kept the competitive scene alive because it's kind of I think still hits a little bit of speed bumps here and there. Not as many DLCs as we had hoped for and so forth. But yeah, I think that having stores like that keep things moving was very, very important for the scene to keep going through the middle of the year. And so definitely could not agree more with that one. Matt, you've been too quiet. I'm calling you out.
Tired. Oh.
You got anything we haven't covered yet?
Oh, the Christmas party. We didn't mention that.
I
hate everyone. There's no reason y'all should have won at Camel Up.
I knew that was gonna come. We did have a Christmas party last week as a team, and it was again like just the fun stuff behind the scenes. That was a blast for sure. And we played board games, we played Camel Up, and Cody got wrecked, and it was really fun.
Shut up.
And the off-brand Disney apples to apple or Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
We scarred Zach.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's probably best left behind closed doors. There was some deranged stuff in there for sure. Cards Against Humanity is always really fun.
Shout out Mandy for
shout out Mandy
putting all that together and making food and like doing all that stuff and like being a great manager. And
Mandy took care of us for real.
Yeah. Also,
she has her headphones on, but I'm sure she's blushing.
I was gonna say one funny thing about the Christmas deck forgot to mention was Mandy wanted us to wear like an elf outfit or wanted me to wear an elf outfit, and that almost happened.
Santa had elf outfit, close enough, right?
Yep.
Okay, well we've obviously touched on it, but Mo, anything big happen throughout the summer months this year?
Oh yeah, I got top 16 with the Christmas deck. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Yeah, got overshadowed by Cody. Otherwise, would have been a real big deal.
Yeah. So from the beginning of the year with Continentals and really just trusting my ability to just kind of make some cool decks and have just some really amazing players to test against into Worlds. Like I don't ever want to understate how much work has gone into the Worlds run. I had people testing for me around the clock. We were in there every night, every day of the week for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. It was amazing, and I could not have done it without y'all. But
and I feel like I said this at some time during that time, but that was when we were definitely on like a podcast hiatus and we didn't do near as good a job recording. But I don't know if how like public it's been, and maybe I don't think you'll care that I'm saying any of this, but like after Continentals, Mo definitely had like his options were open to who he wanted to be able to play with. It was he basically had an open checkbook on, not money wise. That's maybe not the best like metaphor to use, but all I'm trying to say is he had an open door to basically go, be on any team he wanted, be able to play with any people he wanted. And so honestly, like it was very, I don't want to say like super pressure, but I felt a lot of that pressure too, because he, entrusted a lot, us and a lot of his training and, testing and preparation for Worlds after that, because he chose to stick with us and, keep, the local team alive, if you will, from that respect. And so, yeah, I mean, kudos to everybody else for, obviously jumping in and helping, but for him as well. I mean, he deserves a lot of credit for, trusting in us and knowing that we'll be there to support. And I would say that, both sides definitely benefited from that. And I'm just glad he, didn't take the first offer that came, because there were a couple big ones for sure.
No one would give him Sir his tech like we would.
No one. I'm so glad. Like, just doing our own thing, it just feels so good, Like, just hanging out with my friends, and like, we've been testing a lot lately. It reminds me a little bit of World's Times, but we've been having a little bit of a healthier mentality with it lately. And just
I don't know
like,
about that.
yeah, that's fair. But just like coming in and just like playing some games, testing, and then just hanging out with these guys for another couple hours after has just been really good. It's been amazing. But yeah, Worlds was crazy. Started off 0-2. My draft deck was terrible, and I managed to just sneak a win with I'm not gonna say his name, but probably the one person in the room with the worst draft deck than me, like worst draft pool. Not that he drafted it poorly, but he was just in. And then after that, managed to just go win and to win. I only dropped one game during Swiss, in which I had 7 uninkables in my hand and could not ink past turn 2. But other than that, I won every single game I played during Swiss, and I gave my good friend, Zach Bivens, a good run for his money in top 8. I think that was my worst matchup in top 8.
Yeah,
I still
can't
always
believe he cheated
that.
against you.
Oh, how dare he! Not
You
no,
can't say
he would
things
never.
like
He
that
would
today.
never.
Yeah, you can't say, like, normally that's just like a funny haha, but I feel like that's, I mean, in today's
Major disclaimer.
Not cheated, or has not been caught yet.
Yeah.
Major disclaimer: Zach Bivens is probably one of the few. Like, I would be just utterly shocked. No, I don't think
That's
that
why I
man's
made that
cheated in
joke.
his life.
I know he's the one you can definitely make that. I don't want to say you definitely can, but that you feel comfortable doing it, because there's definitely like such a.
But as opposed to
aura.
who can we not make that joke about?
I can give you a lot of names.
No.
Shade
I'm not saying any names. All I'm saying is there's
shade.
been a lot of alleged people out there, and so if you've had a couple allegations against you, it's pretty safe to assume. But
The Lorcana drama stays on Twitter, gentlemen. This is a friendly space.
True.
I know. That's why I'm not actually saying that. I mean, now that you bring that up, I will say, I have to shout out Daniel again, because there is a bunch of stuff going on right now in the community, and his topics of the night were basically all funny haha jokes around all the stuff going on, and us.
I was like, you can't say them out loud, can you?
No, I was at first, and then I was like, no, I probably shouldn't. Just I mean, because again, I don't really want to give any light to it.
Yeah.
But I do love how Daniel does turn into like this week on Lorcana drama.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's unfortunate, a lot of it, just because it does end up tearing a bunch of stuff down and just puts like a black cloud on all the stuff. But anyways, back to the important stuff. Yeah, so Worlds, I was lucky enough to go when my wife and I go to Disney World all the time, and we hadn't been this year, and so when it was announced that it would be closed, we were like, I don't really care, we're gonna go down there anyways and see what happens, and just be there with Mo and Mandy to hang out if we need. And then was very lucky that they didn't really care about security for whatever reason. I guess that's like fair to say now.
It was an open building, so like the building had other people and things happening in it, and so like you could just hang out there. You just couldn't go in the room.
Yeah, so like I couldn't go in the rooms where they were playing, but it was just on the Yacht Club Convention Center, and so like it was just
gonna hang out at Yacht Club.
It was just the Yacht Club Convention Center, and so I just like eat lunch at the Yacht Club and like go hang out in between rounds and wait for him to come out and see if there's anything that he needed. But
the videos of Zach running around that lobby.
Yeah, that was in the hallway, like next to the room that they were in, because I was like up against the wall of it. But yeah, I mean, that was like, again, it's so fun to, again, like the friendships and everything. I mean, God, I definitely have a theme of this episode, and it's the friendships of everything. But like when you create these friendships like beyond the game and beyond just like testing and like being a partner to like give you good lists or good advice or whatever. Like I really do feel like everybody on this is a true friend. And so just seeing the success of your friends like Hayden had and Cody had and Matt had and everybody had this year of all of the tournament winnings we did, it's just, yeah, I mean, I'll genuinely, I'll probably remember that for the rest of my life, like Mo will, just because it was, the first Worlds, I had my own little part in it, getting to be there. Mo doing fantastic. It was just, yeah, I mean, it was a wild ride for sure.
I gotta shout out Zach for being the best Disney World guide ever.
I will take that one. I will take that title.
Oh my God. Okay, so
there.
Let me tell y'all a couple stories. Real quick. I'm like terrified of like lines and social encounters. Watching Zach just be like, yeah, we're supposed to be here, and we just like teleport to the front of the line where his wife's at. He like escorts me up. I'm like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah.
He also got me on not quite roller coasters, but rides, and I didn't think I was ever going to ride them because I have a fear of heights and I get motion sick really easy. But no, like the Rise of the Resistance was one of the coolest things. Like I just had so much fun. So, yeah, that was it's crazy. Lorcana's just like done so many things I didn't get to do as a kid. I never got to like make these trips as a kid. We didn't really have the money for Disneyland World, and just like going as an adult and feeling like a complete kid riding these rides for the first time, or watching my kid ride Ferris wheel, the carousel for the first time and love it. Like, oh my God, it's just the best. Ravensburger, you're all right with me, you're pretty cool. It was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it like I said, I'm very fortunate to be able to go a bunch, and that's definitely what my wife and I enjoy doing when we travel is going to Disney a lot. And so I will take the title of best Disney guide on the team for sure. So
you can guide me when I go to Worlds next year.
Everything.
Okay. I'll do it.
You could pay him for this. I would imagine people do. It's impressive.
I mean, this is like a really big side topic, but just there are like Disney travel agents, but they're like individual people. And so like you get, referred to somebody, and then it's kind of like an affiliate program where like if they, if you like plan somebody's trip and then help them book it all, then you get like a kickback from Disney for helping do it. It's not like an official travel agent. But like we've actually talked about doing it because we just enjoy Disney that much. But we also are like very specific in our Disney endeavors and are usually very lean on our spending when it comes to, going out to eat or buying all the toys or whatever it is. We're usually just there for the rides and the experience. And so we don't, know all of the like ritzy things that most people like that are, getting a travel agent want to do. So, but anyways, that's like I said, that's way off subject, but yeah, it's really cool that they're doing it. And, and they've announced Continentals for next year, and it is going to be at Disneyland Paris and Disneyland California again. So it's cool to see that. And I would imagine Worlds will probably be at Disney World as well. So
one of them.
Cool. Yeah. So cool to see that they're, sticking to that again for this season. And yeah, to Cody's point, hopefully all of us here will, be competing.
Yeah, I'm so excited for any one of us to get a Mickey this year or next year besides Mo.
I was gonna say don't say except Mo. Don't say except Mo.
Not until someone else gets it out there. You're hogging them. I think it's a little greedy.
I gotta submit
you can't take them to the grave, Mo.
No, see, I think it's a different mindset. I think it shouldn't be anybody but Mo should have one. I think it should be us having to beat Mo for it.
I mean,
that would be high. Oh no,
I think I have a high win percentage against Mo in tournaments.
I don't actually mean physically like he be the one that you beat to get it. I mean more like we have to prove ourselves.
No, you can't give me that challenge and
to be better.
I feel like I'm pretty
New Year's resolution.
I feel like I'm pretty equal with all y'all. I feel like I'm pretty equal with all y'all, but Matt is my bracket demon. I see free win across from me at the table, and I'm like, well, this is probably an L. I think I'm like 2 and like 9 against Matt in tournaments.
You took my Gontu though, the one that mattered.
I did get the win that mattered.
I mean, I will say that
the stupid Gontu challenge.
Matt doesn't have like any like crazy wins this year. Matt is definitely like my most terrified person to place.
I agree.
Me too.
Not me. I suck.
I agree. No, I genuinely agree. I will say a fun little year memory for me is it's the first time I ever beat Mo in an actual tournament.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Blurple Mirror set champs.
Oh. I thought you beat me before that.
No,
You
that
can't
was
count
literally
set
the
9.
No,
We
it
don't
was
count set 9 in this house.
Okay, so I didn't actually beat you then.
There we
Yeah,
go.
the funnel first one to find second star Blurple Mirror that we played against each
What
other.
a great time.
It was good. I did win the dice roll though, so that is super notable. You get points for it. I won the dice roll. That counts.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it kind of
It felt
counts,
like we
but
were never getting out of that format.
It was the
I know, that
worst.
dragged so long.
But look at us now.
Look at us now. Look at us.
better.
It
Better.
did, Matthew. It dragged on every
It
day.
did.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've said a couple times, but back to the Bologna stuff. We all left Bologna and we were like, we're burning our blue purple cards. We're never picking that deck up again. And I think I've played that more since, that more than any other deck since then. Still. Oh, I had one question that I meant to kick this off with, and I completely forgot about it because I don't have my phone with me and it was written down there. But okay, let's go around the room on this one. What do you think is your number one most played card of the year?
Oh,
That's a good one, right? Okay, Hayden, do you have any like initial thought on what it would be?
I got mine.
Okay,
Yeah, I know
you
mine.
think about it. Okay, Cody, what is yours?
It definitely has to be.
Wait, do you mean like how
80s
many
or
times
Genie?
have I
Like actually played, like physically,
it's
like
hit the board?
yes,
it's
like
hit the board.
actually played the card the most
Okay,
times.
definitely Merlin Rabbit.
Okay, that's I
Think
mean,
so?
that's not
Probably.
Even after rotation.
Play rabbit, bounce rabbit, play rabbit, bounce rabbit, play rabbit.
no.
Over and over again.
You're just making me feel so reaffirmed by my choice.
Okay, so Cody, you said Hades or Genie.
Yeah, because I was trying to think like what was I playing? Because I played Blurple at the beginning of the year, right? And then we
Yeah.
had to switch over. So I was like, what did I play that switched over? And I feel like Hades was something I took to Continentals when like Blurple wasn't even on the map really,
Right.
and I was already on Hades before anyone else was playing Hades. And then
Yeah.
Genie was just like an immediate staple whenever Blurple was a thing. So I was ramping. So I guess Tipo or Cell could also be in that category, but I think I've played Genie and Hades and other decks.
Yeah, that's fair. Matt, what do you think? What did you said you knew what yours was?
Yeah,
What was yours?
definitely the growing boy Tipo.
Yeah, that's
Girl,
fair.
Dad.
I had played a lot of blue red, blue steel, blurple. I played a lot of the blue decks. Blue green for a little bit.
Yeah. Mo.
I mean, I just gotta look. I just gotta look in. And just
Which
think
of-
deep here.
Which
What
of the
could be
bounce
my most
characters?
played card?
Oh, can I answer
Bro,
this
what
one?
could it possibly be?
What could
Let's all look at Mo's face right now on
What
camera
could it
and see what was his most played card.
Y'all know what it is. Black and yellow. Go. It's gotta be. It's just like I feel like it's my card. I take ownership of it. I couldn't get Goat. I started playing the game too late for Goat, so I'll take Go.
Yeah, you think you played? I mean, genuinely, you think you actually played? Because I would have said Fox or Goat for you.
This year? No, bro. Any deck he's ever made has 4
Yeah.
of Go in it.
Go came out a year ago. She's been
Yeah.
out for a year
Problem,
now.
Cody. You weren't paying attention. It's how many times does it hit the board?
Yeah, it's like how many times did you
Yeah, I've
actually
seen
play
him
the
win
card?
thousands of
One-
dollars off these Go-Go's he's been playing. I
Yes,
think
but he
I
plays
think
them
this is his
once
most
a
played
game.
card.
He plays
Yeah,
it.
you
He plays
play
it
it
once
once
a
a
game.
game.
and wins
That's the
it.
thing.
Wins with it.
Hayden, he doesn't play it once a game. He mother knows best it, puts it back, he slips it out of his sleeve. This man cannot be stopped.
It definitely gets played a lot, and like
Yeah,
like
that's
this
fair.
whole set, I've been playing Go-Go's on turn 2 just to have something. Like doing my green purple control thing I've been doing since Sharp. Like it definitely is my most played card. Even last set, like other than my short break with Blurple that was a terrible time for us all, I pretty much every deck I played had a Go-Go in it.
Yeah, that's fair. So we've got.
I took her to Worlds.
We've got Rabbit, of course. I mean, you had to take everything to World, but yeah, I mean, Go-Go's a staple for sure. So we've got Rabbit.
Not in green purple discard.
We've got Hades, we have Tipo, and we have Go-Go. And I think mine's on the same line as Cody and Matt's is. I think mine is probably Sail. I was trying my answer was actually Hades too. I was like, well, Hades is definitely, it was pre-rotation. I didn't play it as much in some of the stuff, but I definitely like tinkered around with it in blue red, and then post rotation blurple. But I think Sail is just like, if I played blue the entire year pretty much, with a little bit of songs, a little bit of steel songs in there at the beginning. But I think, Sail is just like, it's a 4 of in every blue deck, and you're playing it late in the game a bunch because it's just draws you a card. So I think it's Sail. Yeah.
Are you putting the lyrics of Black and Yellow into your subtext?
Yes, he is.
Also, Matt is Crab of State.
You just now realize that?
I've been.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
has
really
been.
read. I'm a crab.
Yeah, for those of you listening to the podcast and not watching the video version, we're on.
Wrong, first of all. But continue, Zach.
No,
they're wrong.
No, they can.
I'm saying
they
that
can consume it however they
need
prefer.
to watch. Look at I spent like 5 minutes in Canva doing this. I need some appreciation.
We have little subtext for our names that we always do, kind of just funny, witty stuff for. And Mo just changed his to, y'all know what it is, black and yellow, because of good old Go-Go and her outfit in the card. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good ending point. I don't have anything else. I'm glad I remember that before we completely finished. But anything else? Anybody else like has to get off their chest? That was a big event, big moment of the year. I think we covered everything that I had on my mind coming into Toxic today. But
I think it was a great year. I am so excited for one of us to win something again, because that's just what we do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And hey, it's a
Hi,
Rip
Zach.
Down stream now.
Oh,
So
Rip Down.
I am super excited to play Rek'Sai in the new meta.
Oh yeah.
I did.
I think Yasuo was going to be better.
Yeah, Yasuo
Oh my
was pretty
god!
good.
I didn't. I almost made it through. Oh goodness, close enough. Okay, I mean, I should have cut us off a couple minutes ago, but okay. And final thoughts. Or
Yeah,
not?
the last thing I was just gonna say is I'm just very proud of everyone.
Yeah.
No.
Appreciate
Me
it. I have to say, you definitely deserve, like, every time, I don't know what it is, but every time Cody's like, man, I'm so proud of you. Like, it always like just really hits you good. Like, it just always feels so genuine and feels,
It feels
so
good.
like,
I feel like
loving.
you gotta be like. I think everyone has done like incredible stuff this year. It's like awesome.
No, I agree, but that's what I'm saying.
I brought this up at the Christmas party, but it was like it's a feels good when like I look around the room. I'm like, I would be the biggest cheerleader for any one of these people to get a golden Mickey.
Yeah.
It does
Same.
not matter. I want to see y'all do it.
Same.
I think everyone here deserves it.
Except Mo.
No.
Well, and
I need
no,
number
like,
3.
Not except Mo. Not except Mo. You know what? I'm going back. I only want Mo to win golden.
Boo! What
No.
a blazer.
The
I'm
only thing
fine.
I
You
had
can
over
win, Will.
Karsten was 2 Mickeys. Now he's got 2. What am I supposed to do? He's got 2 DLC wins. God.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid resume at this point.
And hey, you know what's scary? I don't want to be kind of doom and gloom, but after Richmond, what's the next core event?
Yeah, I mean, we're that. So, I mean, not to like preview the next episode, but that we're talking 2026 and next week's episode and everything, everything 2026, and so that's
everything 2026.
That's going to be a hot topic of the podcast for sure.
I, for one, am
CCS.
stoked for Infinity.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm so excited for the Infinity DLC.
Well,
I actually am getting more and
That's
more
gonna
excited.
be a different type of grinding.
I'm glad.
I hope they re-errata Bucky.
I'm glad you all are.
Yeah, let's bring Bucky back. I kind of miss him.
Oh my god.
Revert Bucky back to original text.
Bucky's the
Let's see what
hero
happens.
Infinity needs right now.
I think
Is he? Is he?
I mean, we have 6-cost Demona now. I would just be eating those squirrels.
Well, if they bring back Bucky, I'm playing Lemon Lime. Let's go. I'm gonna drown some squirrels. Let's go under the sea.
Oh goodness gracious.
Under the sea.
But yeah, I think that wraps up this episode this year in Lorcana and all of the fun things we had. We had a really incredible year, and I think just getting to kind of look back on all the fun stuff that happened this year. Without the community, without the team specifically too, it was a lot of fun. And so yeah, next week we'll kind of look forward to 2026 and some of the stuff that we're excited about with that. Maybe a few things we're unfortunately not as excited with, but yeah, it's a fun time. So thanks as always, everybody, for sticking with us and checking us out, and we'll catch you guys next time. Happy holidays.